Welcome back to the topic of transitions. And I've been sharing my own personal journey a little bit of my mother making the transition at 92 to leaving this plane and moving on and so on, and how it's really sparked in me a whole interest in this journey of transitions. And last time I talked about the first phase that William Bridges identified, which is the endings, letting go, the loss that goes with transitions, because there is some kind of ending and some kind of loss. I wanted to spend a little more time today on letting go, because I think that's probably one of the biggest and hardest things that lots of us face. How easily, well, quickly, or slowly do we let go? What does it even mean to let go? Am I betraying what I'm letting go? Is there somehow a sense that I'm losing if I let go? And so I think it's very interesting for us to spend just a few more minutes on this very important topic. And as I think about, for me, the letting go of my mom, I'm certainly not letting go of her memories and the wonderful experiences that we've had over the years. So what I'm really letting go of is a future, and to some degree a possible present moment that we might experience. But because Mom lived in Victoria, I wasn't over there all the time. So my connection with her was through my mind and through the telephone, and then eventually only through the visits that we had, which obviously go into the future. Well, I work with lots of people around this topic of letting go. And what really is difficult, I think, is we have pictures in our minds of what we want to either continue or experience again. It's what Dr. William Glasser, the founder and developer of reality therapy and the theory called choice theory, it's what he calls quality world. That we form like a picture album in our mind of our best experiences. And those best experiences form this thing called quality world. And each of us knows how that works. We know when we go on a holiday and we have some great moments, and sometimes we capture those in photographs, and it's wonderful. Those are the quality moments. Those are the things that go into our mental photo album. So in my mind, I have lots of memories and pictures of my mom, who was a homemaker. She stayed home, but she was one of those homemakers who absolutely loved being at home. It's pretty rare, I think, actually, but she loved the sewing. She loved being at home. She made homemade Halloween costumes, and she did the cakes where you wash the money and wrap it up with wax paper and hide it in the cake and so on. She got a lot of joy out of all of those daily basic kinds of things, or the special occasions that she really enjoyed. So my mind is filled with those memories and those quality images of her. But that is not the woman she was at 92. And so I noticed over the years, as she was getting frailer, less able, that I really struggled with letting go of the images in my mind of this amazing woman who was so capable and competent, and allowing myself to realize how she was aging, how much slower she was moving, how much longer it took her to process and to think about things and even make a decision at a restaurant. We'd go out for lunch and it could take 45 minutes for her to choose what she would like to eat. And to slow down to that pace was really a challenge. And so it became really an opportunity for me to work on me, for me to do the transitional work of slowing down and coming into the moment. And one of the things I can offer to you, the most useful thing I would say to myself is this a problem? So we would be sitting there, and I would be ready to order lunch, and she wouldn't be ready, and then she would be unsure, And then she might ask me to order for her, which of course was always fraught with danger because the odds of ordering something that wasn't what she really wanted was very high. But I would just say to myself, Lynn, is it a problem? Is it a problem that we're taking 45 minutes for lunch, just to order lunch, never mind eat it? Is it a problem that we're going this slowly? Is it a problem, really, that she doesn't know what she wants to buy? Now, obviously, I was in this special situation where I'd gone to visit. It's not like I was trying to run all the rest of my life and with timelines and deadlines and so on. But perhaps that question will be useful to you. Is this really a problem? And it helped me just come into the moment and focus on what did I really want. What I wanted with my mom was for her to know how much I loved her and for her to feel the happiness and joy of our connection. And because I set that as my intention, which I've talked about in the past, the power of that intention, that was my intention. It helped me bring myself forward and let go of the things that didn't matter. So as we talk about this whole idea of quality world, there is really a need for us to continue to update that quality world, for us to let our kids grow older, for us to see our partners or our friends in the way they're showing up now, not to hold them hostage to the past. We cannot make the past the present. If we do that, we're robbing this present moment, and we're really not having a future. We're just recreating the old. And so I invite you to think about, are there some things that you've been struggling with in terms of letting go of an idea of how something should be, how people should be, how a job should be, or a boss or a situation? Is there something there that needs to be released? And even though you have a picture of how you think it should be, I invite you to ask yourself, is that serving me? Is it really working? All right, well, that's it for today. Let's think about what are those areas where we truly will be freer if we could let go, and what will it take for you to let go so that you can in fact move forward in this transitioning process into what William Bridges calls the neutral zone, okay, that in between. So we know that there's change and we've been moved from resisting it, but we're not quite yet at the embracing it. And next week I'll talk about the energy, the excitement of what happens when we can let go. We can release those pictures of how we wanted things to be and step into the present and really see what's waiting. All right, have a great week.